So a while back, if you guys remember, we checked out the Razer Nari Ultimate, which was one of the first headsets that you could use that had haptic technology, and one of the first headsets that Razer actually offered with that haptic feedback that lets you actually feel what you were witnessing in game. Now it worked, and it was a rather decent headset with decent technology at the time. I didn't like the microphone quality that much. I didn't like how you had to have the Razer Synapse software downloaded to turn on and off the haptic feedback. And then there was the sheer size of the headset. It felt like I was wearing a satellite every time I was gaming with it, especially in comparison to other headsets I was using at the time. Fast forward to today, and Razer's back with yet another headset that offers that same technology in a much smaller, cleaner form factor. This thing I could actually enjoy wearing, but it comes at a price. $200. Is it worth it, and how does it stack up against some of my other favorite gaming headsets that I'm using out in today's market? That's what we're going to find out in today's video of the Razer Kraken V3 Pro. The first thing you'll notice about its design is that it's strikingly similar to the original Kraken. The DNA stays the same, however it's evolved now into a much slimmer hybrid of sorts that definitely avoids what happened with the Nari Ultimate. You get a nice matte black aesthetic throughout the headset, and the green you'd be looking for is revealed by the RGB in the center of the ear cups. Comfort doesn't involve just the ear cups, which are made of faux leather. You have a nice cushion that matches all throughout the headband that gives you a nice comfortable fit even in those longer gaming sessions. The headset weighing under a pound definitely also helps. In the box, you have your USB Type-A dongle, which is a 2.4 GHz receiver. You have a charging cable, a 3.5mm cable if you want to use this as a wired connection, a microphone which is detachable, and the headset itself, which comes in at 372 grams for its weight. Now for compatibility, it's worth noting that this headset will work wirelessly with pretty much anything and everything aside from your mobile devices and your Xbox. Those will have to be a wired connection. Now the haptic feedback isn't tied just to PC. It will work with your PS4 and PS5 right out of the box using just the headset and the dongle. I do recommend you download that Razer Synapse software at least once so you can tweak the settings and get the full functionality of this headset based on your preference. Its controls are evenly spaced out along both ear cups. Your left side has your microphone mute button, your volume dial, power button, audio jack, USB Type-C port, and the port for your detachable microphone. The right side of the headset houses all of your haptic controls, which we will cover here shortly. Like the Nari Ultimate, you will have to mess around once again with Synapse to get full functionality of this headset, which is still rather annoying. However, I would like to mention that the Synapse software has gotten better since the last time I tried using it. You can adjust the EQ and surround sound settings for this headset to suit all of your needs. You can enable the THX spatial audio that grants you a wider range of sound as well as even more immersion. And you can also adjust the LEDs on each ear cup with a ton of different styles to complement pretty much any setup out there. Now the haptics will rattle your brain in any intense gunfight, but the same is also true if you're just talking to someone. I'm not sure why Razer hasn't adjusted the haptics to be able to differentiate between a gunfight or talking with your friends. I mean, the last thing that you need is a friend or a teammate calling out an enemy and your ears get completely rattled before you even get close to them. It just doesn't make sense. Hopefully Razer's working on this and they'll have a fix for it in the future, but I'm happy to say now the haptic feedback technology can be controlled directly on the headset with the push of a button. You can adjust the sensitivity of the haptic feedback and turn it on and off. Whereas before, with the Razer Nari Ultimate, you had to go in the software to turn it on and off, which was very inconvenient. I'm glad now they fixed that, which is super helpful, especially if you're in a pinch. As far as performance goes, right out of the box, this headset is solid when it comes to audio quality. Frequency response time is 20 Hz to 20 kHz, and thanks to the newer 50mm Triforce titanium drivers, you get a ton of depth and richness of sound across the board no matter what game you're playing. Now I mostly tested these out playing Halo and Warzone, and I had no complaints with either. Pairing that with all-day comfort and 3 different levels of intensity for the haptics made this a much more appealing choice than what we got with the Razer Nari Ultimate a few years back. It even sounded great when listening to music and watching movies. Mids, highs, lows, even the bass, all sounded fantastic. But as you can imagine, that haptic feedback and the RGB lighting definitely take a toll on that battery life. You get up to 44 hours of battery life with both of them turned off. With both turned on, you'd be lucky to get over 10 hours, which at that point, I'd probably just turn both of them off, which kind of defeats the purpose of this headset, especially with a price point of $200. Now, I wasn't able to find exactly how much range you got with the 2.4 GHz receiver, but I'd say it was roughly 20 meters of range without too many obstacles if you're worried about the headset cutting out when you decide to step away for a little bit while listening to music. Now, the next thing I want to cover is the microphone quality. I want to take this up into the game room, see how the microphone quality actually stacks up against some of my other favorite gaming headsets in the market, while also seeing how much keyboard clicks and background noise the microphone on this headset actually picks up. Alright guys, now we're up here in the game room. A couple things I wanted to cover before the microphone test. As you guys can see, I know someone's going to ask this, I have the headset plugged in. It's a wireless headset. That means you can use it while charging. The battery life might not be that big of an issue if you enjoy the haptic feedback and the RGB. Now, one thing I did also want to mention, the headset ear cups, they don't fold 90 degrees, so you can't really just set them. I mean, you can, but they don't make them the best when it comes to travel, right? That's another thing. Ear cups don't fold 90 degrees like most headsets do. Now, before we get into this, I want to cover sound isolation. Just like its bigger brother, they do have a snug fit. It doesn't press against the temples, so it feels great. But there is a bit of sound leakage. I could still hear people talking in the background, and I can hear the fans on my PC right now. It doesn't have active noise cancellation. It has passive noise cancellation. So unless you're above, say maybe half volume, you will still be able to hear a little bit of stuff going on around you, so keep that in mind. Ear sweat is another thing. Because of the faux leather, I don't really experience too much ear sweat either with this headset. That's another thing I wanted to mention because someone else is going to ask. Longer sessions, just got done gaming 4 or 5 hours, I don't have any ear sweat, so that's fine as well. Now, as you guys know, if you've been here before, we're in a soundproof game room. This is where I like testing out the microphones and the headsets, the USB microphones, and so on. Currently, I'm talking to you guys on the Elgato Wave 3. Let's go ahead and switch over to the Razer Kraken V3 Pro so you guys can see what it sounds like in comparison. This is what the microphone quality sounds like on the Razer Kraken V3 Pro. If you are new to the channel, please make sure you subscribe. And only if you end up liking this video, please make sure you smash that like button for me. Now let's go ahead and stack this up against the Audeze Penrose, the Audeze Mobius, the Corsair Virtuoso, the HyperX Cloud 2, and the new headset from Corsair that we checked out a couple weeks back to see how the microphone actually stacks up. But I want you guys to let me know down below in the comment section which one you think sounds the best. This is what the microphone quality sounds like on the Razer Kraken V3 Pro. This is what the microphone quality sounds like on the Corsair HS 80 wireless gaming headset. This is what the microphone quality sounds like on the HyperX Cloud 2 wireless gaming headset. This is what the microphone quality sounds like on the Audeze Penrose gaming headset. This is what the microphone quality sounds like on the Corsair Virtuoso gaming headset. This is what the microphone quality sounds like on the Audeze Mobius gaming headset. Once again, this is what the microphone quality sounds like on the Razer Kraken V3 Pro. Once again, this is what the microphone quality sounds like on the Corsair HS 80 wireless gaming headset. Once again, this is what the microphone quality sounds like on the HyperX Cloud 2 wireless gaming headset. Once again, this is what the microphone quality sounds like on the Audeze Penrose gaming headset. Once again, this is what the microphone quality sounds like on the Corsair Virtuoso gaming headset. Once again, this is what the microphone quality sounds like on the Audeze Mobius gaming headset. And if you didn't know, this is probably my favorite microphone that I've ever tested out of any gaming headset, along with the Corsair Virtuoso. Now, another test I always like doing for you guys is to see how much keyboard clicks the microphones on these headsets actually pick up. So we're about 1.5 feet away from the keyboard here. Just like the Razer Black Shark V2 and the other Black Shark models, it doesn't seem to be picking up any keyboard clicks. So it has a super similar microphone. Picks up a little bit, obviously, when I start talking because that's when my noise gate opens up. So yeah, whether you plan on using this microphone for Discord, party chat, game chat, recording, streaming, whatever it is, that's what the microphone quality sounds like, and that's how much keyboard clicking it actually picks up. The Kraken V3 Pro comes in at $200, which is somewhat steep if you're not particularly looking for haptic vibrations in a headset. The comfort is there, and so is the sound quality if tuned properly. But you also have other options for much less. The JBL Quantum 800 comes in at $159 if you can find it on deal, and has been my go-to and favorite over the past year that offers much better sound quality in my opinion and is way more advanced as far as software goes. It also offers active noise cancellation and Bluetooth, things you don't get with the Kraken V3 Pro at $200. Now, if you were to ask me would I snag this instead of the Black Shark V2 Pro, I'd say yes. But honestly, at the end of the day, it all depends on what you're looking for. If it's haptic feedback technology, this is my favorite headset and it'd be the one I would choose if I was looking for haptic feedback. The V3 Pro is definitely my go-to for that. But I'm curious to know, what do you guys think of this headset? Would you drop $200 on it? Let me know down below where you'll also find the links to everything that we covered in today's video. If you want to see more, make sure you follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DetroitFury. And if you enjoyed this content, please make sure you smash that like button for me, subscribe, turn on your post notifications, it really means a lot to me. Thank you so much for watching, I'll catch you guys in my next episode. Peace.